It is time to explore Yoni the fallen moon fragment for what we need to kill the Eyeless. I saw a comment on the last video that there was a cave up north. Mr. Lev on the Jukebox said something about there being a cave up north. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Oh, that's probably a, what's it called? The camping supply. The only thing that could be a cave would be like over here, or maybe something hidden over here. But I don't see anything. Maybe I'll come back after we check out the moon fragments. So, advance! There should be at least one more eyeless up here. Let's be sneaky. Oh, there he is. Let's go for him. There might be actually a double pull here. But if we're careful, we might not pull the other one if there is one. Nice! God, I love that destroy eyeless. That is really good. So do I have two people with that? Didn't she have also something? Destroy vessel? And Alana has the destroy eyeless. So, we're kinda great. Kinda great.
Sure thing.
Oh, there's the other one. And I accidentally went solo with Manaha. That's not good. Let's have her hang back for a second. So he can go for poor little Itumak instead. I think Itumak has actually taken the lead in our party. Let's see. Character, isn't it? Isn't it character? There it is. I think Itumak has been the one to die the most. Most times knocked out. Sagani. Wait. Maybe Sagani gets credit if Itumak gets knocked out? Because I don't think Sagani has been knocked out that many times. I think it's like less than 5. Huh, alright.
Hey.
We're ready to go inside. Everyone, get ready. Get the crystal at the bottom of Yoni Brafer. Don't mind if I do. There are bound to be a lot of eyeless in here. Let's be sneaky about this. Better we know where they are before they know where we are. Oh, it's another tentacle, isn't it? Yup. A lot of tentacles. 3 of them. Columns of water rise up from the pool in front of you, shifting and writhing, whipping air around them in a vortex. The hair of Ondra. I mean, we're here because of Ondra. Shouldn't you, if you're a part of Ondra, like let us through? This can only be Ondra's hair, appearing before you at a fraction of the size typically reported by mariners unfortunate enough to encounter them on the high seas. Also, it's not literally the hairs of Ondra. That makes sense. So some sort of tentacle monster.
You have done well to have come so far. I confess I was not certain you would make it.
Oh, so this is not like the same tentacle monsters that was outside? Okay. So this were a part of Ondra, actually.
But I do not wish to give false hope. The greater challenge remains in front of you.
I didn't expect it to be easy.
Running through the core of this rock is a large growth of crystal. You will know it when you see it. A blow to the crystal would reverberate through the walls of this place. Strike it enough and the entire structure would crumble. The eyeless would be buried.
What about me, though? Will I make it out in time?
Of course, it would take a person years to cause enough damage.
Aha! But not with the help of the eyeless. Am I just gonna, like, here, take Abaddon's hammer, Mr. Eyeless, and strike this?
Then you know what must be done. Strike the crystal with Abaddon's hammer. The eyeless will wake and come to its call. Join in striking the crystal.
Aha! So they feel compelled to, strike it if I do it.
They will cluster together and bury themselves. I have realized it is best that they should be ended, for within each of them is a small piece of Abaddon himself. Upon their deaths, those fragments and the memories they contain will be safely dispersed.
But there's gonna be a choice, isn't there? Because the upgrade option for Abaddon's hammer was to get a piece of Abaddon back. So maybe there's gonna be a choice. To either let it disperse or absorb it into my hammer.
I had not considered the dangers of allowing them to persist, until a watcher appeared at my abbey.
Hey, who says the gods are rigid ideologues?
The ideals remain, only my methods have changed. A single strike upon the crystal will not be enough. The eyeless respond only as long as the hammer rings. You will need to remain until their work is complete, wielding the hammer until the walls come crumbling down.
I beg your pardon? Do you expect me to sacrifice myself over this? Can't you, like, have one of your tentacles, like, yank me out when it's time to start crumbling? And quickly through the ice-cold water, get me out and to the surface.
What? But that would mean... Oh.
You might have mentioned this sooner.
What has to be done has not changed. That you are so close makes it more likely you will accept it.
And that's exactly why you waited. Because you knew I might have had second thoughts about things. You son of a bee.
The eyeless cannot be reasoned with or fled from. One day not far from now, they would kill you and level the Deerwood. You have seen what they will do. This is the way you can stop them. And the truth is that you are marked by the eyeless for a reason. It would be better for all if the things you have seen were forgotten.
A tidy ending for the Sea Queen. But we'll write our own, right?
Quite right. You are on my side, Kana. I like you.
Crushing's a bad way to go. Maybe we should just hang ourselves.
There's gotta be a way. Maybe we can, like, call on Abaddon through our hammer and have him sort things out?
A clean slate for us and the world. Maybe that's not such a bad thing.
The watery columns drop all at once back into the pool, sending up a small splash. The pool settles, and looking down into it, you see only the faces of you and your companions, alone and condemned. I don't like the sound of that. Uh-oh, something's coming. Is it one of the eyeless? Let's do a quick save. Don't want to do that all over again if I happen to die.
I'll take a
Oh, it's running!
look.
Oh, what did you just do? Did you just teleport? Well, it won't do you much good. Our bestiary progress is 87. We might get this right now.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
I'm pretty sure bestiary gives you, like, damage bonuses, and you can get more info if you hover over them. Always handy. A stone piercer. So is that like one of the stronger versions?
You're not getting through me.
Oh, it's got a much greater range. I'm not a fan of that. Who's it on? Oh shit, it's on Itumak. Well, that's fine. Itumak can take it. Now everyone, Zerg the Stone Piercer. I need Alana and Plagina to get in there. Those are my priorities because of their destroy vessel abilities. And there it is. Destroy vessels. Additional effects. I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
How dare you? I'm gonna have everything. All of it. There's no sharing here. You're just an NPC or a PZ. Oh, hello. What do we do here? Can we dive into it, or can we, like... Oh, also... What is this? Are these like prototype eyeless? Let's see what happens. Judging by claw marks and scales around the edges of this pool, you believe it is regularly used by Lagerfaith. You see something shimmering in the depths of the frigid, murky water. A deer. A deer dives in and immediately feels the cold bite of the water. The water is calm, but a person with a weak constitution will suffer greatly if submerged for more than a few moments. I think a deer can take it. Dive towards the shimmering light. The ice-cold water is too intense. A deer reaches the source of the glinting at the bottom of the cave, but is already going numb. A deer quickly recovers a cache of Lagerfaith treasures, including a variety of coins and a set of surprisingly well-preserved plate greaves. Unfortunately, the disturbance of the horde was observed by a pack of Lagerfaith that are swimming over to investigate. Hiding from the Lagerfaith will be difficult, but attempting to outswim them would require phenomenal athletic ability. How is his athletics? I think he actually has better athletics than stealth, which might be used for the hide attempt. So swim to the surface as fast as possible. You launch yourself off the bottom of the ice cave and begin to swim towards the surface. Unfortunately, you aren't a strong enough swimmer to escape a band of determined Lagerfaith. Two of them catch up with you and claw at one of your legs. You barely manage to crawl out of the pool with a mangled limb still attached. Moments later, furious Lagerfaith erupt from the pool. Well, he probably got some sort of... Oh, he was like knocked down at the start, did you see that? But it doesn't seem like I got anything... like a wound or something? Wait, did you get the wound? Twisted ankle and wrenched knee. Why did you get the wound? That's odd. Either way, I think we're gonna rest up. Get that vessel bonus. And that takes care of that. Azuro is back over at the stronghold. Let's see what he has to offer now. The giant is assigned to the waxmaker still. Husk of the Great Western Stag. Exceptional perception +2 and athletic. Well, I have plenty of gold, so let's buy it. I'm pretty sure I have enough gold to buy everything in the game. So we are good. Oh, I hear another eyeless. Another stone piercer.
Dead on.
Get in there, Alana. Haha, there it is again. Destroy eyeless. What is the percentage chance on that? 50% damage on critical hit. See, here's the level up requirement. Release the fragments of Abaddon's soul that remain bound to the eyeless. I feel like there's going to be a choice to either disperse the things and please Ondra, and maybe even make an enemy of her by absorbing them. We'll have to see. We should be closing in. Unless there's like a second level. Oh, no. There it is. But how do I get over there?
That's gotta be the crystal. We ready for this?
Also, I don't like the giant-ass pool here. That makes me think there's gonna be like a Kraken boss or something. A ridge overlooks a broad chamber half-flooded with lake water. You could crawl down this way, but it looks too steep and slick to climb back up. Well, climb back, or down. Also, didn't Ondra say that there was something worse down here? Is this gonna be a dragon fight? Might be a dragon fight. No, it's a giant Kraken. Yeah, just like I thought. And we are in combat. Let's see what we have here. Immune to Charm, Confused, Domination. And a lot of tentacles. Damn it, I should have gone for Primordial. If we fail, I might rest up again and sort that out. Let's summon some friends. Like a few scarabs. You must be in combat. Am I not in combat? If I wait here... No, we are in combat now. Alright. Summon friends. Oh! The tentacles came over here. How rude. You summon your ivory worms. You summon your obsidian lamp.
Yeah, the spawn of a god.
That should do it for now.
My feathers, it bleeds like any...
And you would like to get a... Can I get all of these guys with this? I think I can. Right there.
Anything else?
One down. Taking care of these tentacles before we get in range of that one seems like a great idea. And he's kind of dumb to put it over here. Oh, they maybe respawn. Okay, that makes things a bit more complicated, but I think we got this. Let's get a buff going before we head in. Not beetle shell, I want to get... wood skin, maybe? Allies in the area of effect. Let's see how many we can get. If you can get in there, and you can get in there quickly, you might get in range. I think that's good. Oh, I think we got out of combat. Well, it's you and me, Kraken! The tentacles don't seem to respawn. That's great. And this guy seems like pretty much a pushover compared to the things we've fought before. Where did you come from? Why were you patrolling down here with the Kraken? Well, we got it. A little victory music. Nice. Cannot loot this? That's rude. I want to loot it. Alright, let's see what happens when we strike this son of a bee. An enormous crystal juts from the wall like a spearhead protruding from a wound. An army of reflections stares back at you from the crystal's perfect facets. It echoes the sound of your footsteps in soft, ringing hums. Someone will have to take up Abaddon's hammer and strike the crystal. And Andra warned that whoever does so will be buried in this place with the Eyeless. Whom do you choose? I mean, I feel like if this might actually be the end of the storyline of Pillars of Eternity overall. Or actually, this takes place before the ending of the main game. So I think I might be able to survive. Or, why even take that choice if we can summon Berrigan's ogres? You sound the war horn. Its deep music rumbles through the cavern. As Berrigan promised, 3 warriors hasten to your side. The largest accepts the hammer, and the grim duty it entails, with stoic dignity. He swings at the crystal. A perfect clear tone rings through the air and resonates through your teeth. Seconds later, ripples shiver through the water. Something big is coming. You scramble out of the flooded cavern and flee through the tunnels. You round a corner only to see a line of eyeless advancing. The creatures stagger to the rhythm of the hammer thuds below. Dodge past the eyeless. The party barrels through the monsters. However, one of them grazes Agani with a mace-like fist in passing. Fortunately, the creatures are too focused on the hammering to give chase. They continue towards the cavern. Did Sagani make it through? They like drag her out? Eyeless gather in the cavern, where they batter the walls in time with the hammer's rhythmic blows. The ground shakes. Falling rocks and shattering crystals splash to the ground. The party flees through dark, rumbling corridors. More spellbound eyeless shamble along, but they're too entranced by the swelling cadence to take more than an idle swipe at the party. The tunnel narrows. Light filters through ahead. The exit must be around the next bend. But it's clogged with rubble. Meanwhile, the ground drops several feet at once, and the tunnel begins rolling on its axis. The distant sound of rushing water echoes from the cavern. I mean, I could use the pry bar, but I kinda wanna cast twin stones. Because, why not? Magic seems more reliable in terms of power than the pry bar. Consider who will cast it. I would like to cast twin stones, thank you very much. You conjure 2 boulders and hurl them into the blockage. They hit with a crash, and the rubble falls down the tunnel. Open sky shines through the gap. The moon shudders again. You escape onto the ice just as another thunderous crash sounds from below. You dash across the lake. The ice squeals and crackles, rocking dangerously underfoot. The sinking moon groans. Long fissures race across the ice. Kana, can you cast your ice thingy again? Kana? The words fill you with vigor. You speed ahead while the ice creaks harmlessly behind you. At last, you reach the safety of the shore. In the middle of the lake, only the tip of the moon is visible above the ice. You watch in silence as it shrinks into the depths. You stand at the edge of the lake. The bobbing of the ice and the rippling of the water's surface slows until you're looking at a moment frozen in time. When the world begins moving once more, it moves in reverse. We lost Berrigan's Battlehorn and we gained a lot of XP. Nice. But what about the hammer? I kind of want it. And having it be able to be upgraded seems to suggest that you can keep it. Maybe if I used Alana, I would have made it out somehow with the hammer intact. But as it is, I think it's gonna be lost in the depths. The surface of the water churns and rolls like it's about to spew something up. And it does. The fragment of Yoni rises unbroken. Ice reforms across the surface of the lake, spreading in long freezing fingers. Eyeless file out of the moon fragments and onto the ice. They wound around the moon in an ever-widening spiral. They stop as the head of their line reaches you. They speak in a single voice that resonates with grinding metal and hissing steam.
We shatter and sink, discarded like worn tools. Why have you consigned us to oblivion?
You would have killed many innocent people.
We do not cherish violence, but we will fight to defend the legacies of this world.
The Eyeless stand tall, ratcheting their arms back.
In one hand a hammer, in the other a mace. We protect the greatest works of civilization, lest it collapse beneath its own weight.
Then why did you storm Durgan's battery 200 years ago? Their protest is as sharp as squealing metal.
We would sooner sacrifice our own bodies than dislodge a single stone from such a place. Why do you torment us with baseless accusations?
Who else could have done such damage to a mighty Pargrun fortress? The Eyeless are still, but you hear their gears whir as their collective spirit ponders this. I think they've been released from undress control now. I think, and that's why they're questioning things now.
Then we were betrayed.
That depends on how you look at it.
A part of ourselves was cut away, and we were made to betray something we cherish.
The legacy of the Engwyffins, you mean?
The bedrock of civilization.
Suddenly, they attack the ice beneath them, slicing and shattering it with mighty swings from their iron arms. And where the ice breaks, ancient towers rise, blotting out the blue sky and white peaks. So underwater Engwyffin civilization forgotten.
Better for her tides to ebb and her seas to dry up than to cover a single stone the Engwyffins laid.
The ice shakes with the fury of the eyeless.
Each culture builds on the bones of the last. Yet many only look up at where they would go, never down at the foundations that bear them. Like a mason who builds a listing tower.
The remaining ice sheet cracks and groans.
What peril do they inflict on their progeny? And what dishonor on their forebears?
You hear the strain of crumbling stone in the voice of the eyeless.
An argument I've had with the Lore College. Now I have divine counsel in my favor, and I can hardly present it as evidence. How frustrating.
I bet it's frustrating, Kana. You think it's unwise to forget the past.
It is unwise to douse a lamp in darkness, to cut the legs from a table. This forgetting is suicide, heresy. Every advance in the crafts and institutions of Kith was forged by skill and sacrifice.
You feel these words, and the anger behind them in your bones.
A people cut off from their history will wither, and they deserve no less.
I mean, there's always that saying, like, people who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. So I agree.
That is why we must return to ourself and restore Abidan.
Also, I do like Abaddon more than Ondra, I gotta say. Very well. Return to yourself and be the god of preservation once more.
We shall see this world and its people restored.
A great wind shoves at your back. Your ears pop and you feel for a moment as if all of the air is being sucked from the sky. Suddenly it ends and you are standing in the snow, looking over Charon's scar. Extraordinary positive, that's a high reputation. There's no narrator? The islands disappeared beneath the lake, their bond to Ondra finally severed. With this threat ended, hope returned to the White March. Hunters returned to the wilderness and travelers to the roads. Tales of the Watcher's bravery replaced stories of monsters in the woods. The villagers of Stalwart busied their hands with work and their tongues with song, eager to seize on the promise of peace. Oh, Abaddon's hammer! Yay, we got it! And it's been upgraded with Abaddon's power on critical hits. Prone. And it's also mythic! Damn! And Echo of the Maker. Frightened for 3 seconds on vessels. Awesome! Alright, so that's it for the main storyline of The White March Part 2, I think. Unless there's something else. I don't think so, no. So that is done. Now, we should be checking out Movgrekien before we stop the series. So look forward to that. However, that's going to be a tale for another day. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.